Hey guys, welcome to Happy Hour with Hannah. I'm Hannah, distiller and co-owner of fireRoot Distillery. I'm here at the Western Research Agricultural Center, and this is Katrina Mendrey.
Hi.
She's the project manager of a trial orchard, which we see here. Today we're drinking some Gin and Tonics with our fireRoot gin. And one thing to take note of, it's a little bit citrus forward, so we recommend going light on the line.
Oh, good.
But it's light and refreshing, good for out in the orchard.
Yeah, that's made with apples.
Yes, and it's made
What
with
more
apples.
could you want?
Yeah. Katrina, you want to tell us a little bit about the trial orchard?
Yeah, so this station has been here for over 100 years, and it started mostly with apple research back in the apple boom days of the Bitterroot. And apple growing in the Bitterroot is evolving, and right now the big trends are towards cider apple production for fermented apple juice or hard cider. And so we at the station, although we've completed a lot of our apple research for the dessert apples, are now focusing on cider apple production because that's where the trends are and what growers need a better understanding of. And so this orchard here is a bitter apple orchard trial. And what we're looking at is different cultivars or varieties of bitter apples. In cider, we desired various flavors like bitter sweet, bitter sharp, sharp, and sweet. And what we're having a really hard time growing is the bittersweet and bitter sharp apples, and in particular bittersweet. And so we have 6 different cultivars that we've selected with growers' input to see if we can grow these trees in our rugged Montana climate, which requires the trees to be cold hardy, also have some drought tolerance, even though we can't irrigate them, be grown at higher elevations than they have typically been grown in Europe. And then also be able to resist or at least be managed for certain diseases like fire blight and scab, which are the 2 big ones that we see in cider apples and present a real challenge to growers.
Totally. We're definitely experiencing some of that.
Yes, yeah, I think everybody does.
Is very, you know, in the beginning stages.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, and in the beginning stages, you know, we've got these trees over here that are a little more mature than the ones we only grafted last year, which is what we see here, the smaller trees. But when they start to flower in their younger years, we don't even let them flower because that's how they, or how fire blight is initially transmitted to the tree is through the flower and pollinators that are carrying that bacteria. And so we're really careful here to make sure that none of the trees get fire blight when they're young and they're most susceptible.
Totally.
Yep. Yeah. And we especially want them to not be growing too much right now because we want them to be getting ready for the winter. Right. If you grow things in Montana, you know that winter can come quickly and unexpectedly.
Yes.
And we want our trees to be ready for that. So right now we're cutting back on our water. We haven't fertilized them in weeks, and we're hoping that they start to go dormant and prepare for that coming of the cold.
If people want to learn more about orcharding in Montana, where can they find that information?
Yeah, so right now there's a lot of different resources that you could go with. One, you can always talk to your extension agent, or more specifically, give me a call. My information is available on the Western Agricultural Research Center's website. Our website will soon have a grower's resource on it that will start with the basics of establishment, from looking at your costs to how to prepare the soil, where to get the trees, how to select the right cultivars that you desire, and then how to manage those trees for pests and fruit quality and things like that. In addition, our website, mtapples.org, has a map of all the orchards in Montana, as well as all of the related events, including workshops we do, grower education, also fun events like Fork to Farm, which is a really cool bike ride we do to promote specialty crop agriculture in Montana. But that's another great resource for people to find information and get connected with other growers.
Yeah, great.
Yes.
That's perfect.
Yeah, good. Good. Well, thanks for having me, Hannah.
Yes, thank you. Cheers. Cheers.